those late game core that give you so much magical burst. So the EB shotgun, the waveform, and then the the last bit shot can actually just kill Terrorblade from half health to down 0. Second thing is that if you ever make a Terrorblade range illusion, that's a pretty formidable force.
You get a decent illusion. It doesn't deal as much damage as the Conjure image from Terrorblade, but they have the full HP.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, that they're pretty impressive. But one bigger thing right here is just how are you going to fight in a 5v5 against the Ancestral Spirit? Because that's really a pressing issue for Morphling.
Yeah.
He has so much base armor. But I'm looking forward to seeing how C9 want to run this, and I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him pick up Skywrath.
Whenever Cloud9 have high successes with Morphling, they play Morphling almost like Assassin. Just go in, pick off one, get a tier 2, go in, pick off one, go into the base, get a Venom kill, push T3. So I think C9, despite having fairly decent 5-on-5, they're going to look for the pick-off first and foremost. And once you get the pick-off, you fight the 4v5.
It can be fairly important then, though, to get your ES Blink Dagger, so you can have a stun with your tries to assassinate. Unless you are ridiculously overfarmed on Morphling, the Fissure can definitely make the difference.
Yeah, it depends on who of the two support player plays it. Both AUI as well as Pilot I have played Earthshaker many times in the past. So I guess if they prioritize on the Blink, you probably give it to AUI.
Yeah, most likely. So, EG here, what do you reckon their 5th hero will be? What is the purpose here?
Well, they already have a really good lineup for protecting the Terrorblade. They need PPD's hero. Alright, they're going to go Sky. I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised to see them pick Witch Doctor again, because it's actually quite good against multiple melee, like LC, Brew, Earthshaker. And Morphling's not really that, that close range, but the Skywrath is a safe pick. It's also a denial from Cloud9, as you guys already mentioned. It would be really nice against Terrorblade in general, and just being able to line up that burst. So they kind of take it away from Cloud9. We'll see what support pick they're going to go for here, and I think they're going to need Aui's hero.
Or
does he play Shaker?
Yeah, they both play Shaker.
Okay, so Pilot and Aui play Shaker, so it could be either or.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice pickup anyway. You get the silence against Morphling as well, but Skywrath has to be pretty careful against Morphling because your base HP is so low.
Yeah.
So unless you have plenty of items, you are always in one-shot range from a shotgun. But
I wonder how the laning is going to be established as well. A Silencer coming out. There's a lot of history with Pilot I Silencer. The last time he ran it on this stage, I think he got flamed real hard by James.
Yep, it was true. I mean, to be fair,
it felt like the R button was not there.
It really wasn't. Yeah. But again, it's a new day for Cloud9, and I've changed my predictions. It's 3-2 Cloud9.
Easy.
Easy.
I believe you did that.
He's sitting over here shaking his head. It's like, why would you do that?
You'll regret this.
Envy's not going to have any mercy.
Dude, it's 3-1 EG, as I said long ago. Easy.
All right.
Either way, the lineups are up. I like the Silencer in the draft that they have, because they have heroes that force a team fight. All of these first heroes they picked, Legion Commander, Brewmaster, hell, even the ES in a way, if you get a big jump in, force the team fight to erupt right there and then. And Silencer is amazing in those scenarios when you can dictate when the fight starts.
Yeah, I would say so as well. The other thing is when you have LC, it's like so nice. Because they banned out Shadow Demon, they banned out Dazzle, so that's two direct, like, hard duel.
Yes.
So there's no Grave, there's no Disruption, which means that if you get that initiation, like you were saying, it's so easy to just take a team fight. Also guarantees you Brewmaster's going to be able to split right away. You can go for a quick kill, get your Disable off on maybe the Tidehunter.
And ideally, you could even try to just save your ulti and time it to when Terrorblade is going to throw out his Thunder and deny him that.
Yeah.
So Silencer is a scary hero to go up against in this matchup for sure. I'm glad to see them pick it. And here we see the stage, of course. Thank you to all of you guys who are here watching right now. This could be the final game, but C9, they did take it one game at least. Always playing with the risk of elimination on second place here.
Yeah. I mean, whether C9 win or lose, credit to them because they played some long, long hours, right? I think the first series of the day started at 1:30, and now it's already past midnight. So we are approaching a 12-hour of straight Dota 2 gameplay at pretty high caliber. So
yeah,
really exhausting, but they're still giving us some really, really high quality plays.
To be honest, I would say they even played better going into second best of 5 as they just kind of picked up, right?
All right, game 4 on the way. Cloud9 versus Evo Geniuses. C9 on the Radiant side, they are 2 games away from taking it, and EG just need 1. Draft-wise, I think it's hard to call who has the better draft, right? It just comes down to execution.
Yeah, again, not really sure who's got to come ahead on the laning stage, but if you ever fall behind to TB, it's tough. Same with Morphling, though. If C9 get the advantage, I mean, this could go either way.
I think, in a way, I think that EG's lineup is a bit easier to run, just because of the heroes that they have. Like, it's very hard to hold down a Tidehunter, for example.
Yeah.
And I think the way that the lanes are going to work out, Arteezy's probably going to get a decent amount of farm, pretty much no matter what. You have a very stable mid laner, and just having Venomancer wards all over the place, it's going to be very difficult to gank him. I just think that if EG play a slow game, they can snowball off that, start taking some good team fights once Universe has his dagger, and then try to go from there.
Yeah. So Arteezy looks to be running here, going for that safe farm. I like the build, by the way, having Stout Shield and a Ring of Protection.
Yeah.
Like, the effective block that you have with 10 armor and a Stout Shield is ridiculous. His max HP, though, not the most impressive.
15
35.
strength. Confirmed, not a lot of HP.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bone 7 is actually going to harass him quite well, right? Overwhelming Odds is a pretty hefty nuke, especially when you're next to the creep wave, which you kind of always are.
It depends on the first wave so much, because TB, he gets a nice thing for the first wave. The Haste Rune is available for Legion.
Yeah, and he doesn't need to go back for block because Earthshaker's already done that for him. So the creep wave is going to be nice and easy right next to his tower if he gives him a little bit extra block. Looks like we have a lane rotation from the EG support's early game smoke here. I wonder what they're looking to accomplish because ET is not exactly the best ganker early.
Yeah, that's really true. And I'm not always a big fan of these quick rotations here.
Wait, here's the thing though. You gotta keep in mind that Morphling does not have waveform. He's a very easily killable hero.
I think Silencer is even more, though.
Oh,
Right.
Universe is even holding his skill point. This is really good.
Oh,
They could
Gusha
actually first
level
blood him
1
right
is
here.
gonna be it. They're gonna go on Pylai Die.
Guaranteed kill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Punched.
Well, they do secure a first blood with it. I think they need to quickly just go up and secure TB's laning now as well.
The thing is, I think Terrorblade do okay. Bone 7's giving the right click.
No, Terrorblade actually gets crushed against Legion.
So you
Like,
think PPD has to rotate top?
Yeah, they need to help him. Like, it would be fine. Maybe if it was just Bone 7 and he had more regen, but he only has 3 tangos.
Yeah. There's also a threat of a Fissure and overwhelming odds at any time.
That's true. PPD is making that trek up top.
Yeah, starting to go up there. Mid lane also, Venomancer is probably one of the most exhausting heroes to go up against as a melee player. That constant harass.
It's also
PPD
one
wants to win
hero
it.
that you don't really blind normally, like Drunken Haze. You think of the matchup against Viper, you want to skill that and just be annoying. You just have mass wards to CS for you, so blind doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. That's true. They're running down and meeting here. Skywrath, I mean, he's in trouble.
And he's kind of caught between 2 here. He's blocked off. Fata's going to get the clap off. They might actually be able to kill him, but he's actually got insane movement speed. The Concussive Blast buying him some time. Zai's going to be able to walk it off.
I mean, we say insane movement speed, but they're 2 snails running next to each other with the clap and concussive.
I mean, that was a high-speed chase, all right?
Yeah,
I won't
okay.
accept any other term.
Okay, that's cool.
And Fear decides to opt for the boots first. Not going bottle just yet.
This is a tough time for Brewmaster on mid. He has 4 CS still with 2 minutes in.
Yeah.
So Fear's doing a very good job. Of course, got a lot of help from PPD though. But the priority to try and win bottom lane a little bit, then go mid and help out there as well. Now I think next priority almost has to be to secure the TB's lane even more. But he has like 10 for 2 is not bad.
Yeah, he's actually not doing as bad as I thought, especially considering like he used Metamorphosis on like the second creep wave or first creep wave.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's been able to walk up that often and continually get CS is nothing short of impressive.
Yeah, and with every passing minute, AUI is really suffering in the gold as well as experience intake. So he's got to do something quite quick. Did go for the kill on the mid on the river, but looks like he was unable to find it. The pull on the left, I'm not sure if it's going to be successful. Looks like not. So a little bit of misplay here from C9.
I mean, he gets that one, no, not even that one range creep as the illusion.
This stack it though.
Stacks the aggro. Yeah. So now anytime he pulls there, you can deny a full creep wave. But Arteezy is so happy right now, considering he is the one that had the toughest matchup, I think. And still, he's doing pretty well for CS. He's keeping up with the Morphling, so not bad at all.
Morphling's having a little bit of tough time on the bottom as well because he's essentially like a melee hero, His attack range is so short, and the Anger Smash has been hitting him a couple of times.
Yeah.
Oh, they need to be careful.
Here. Yeah.
I think Bone 7's in some trouble. PPD, nice. Fissure buying him some
Whoa,
time, but he's actually almost blocked. He's fighting for the kill. He gets killed by neutrals.
What?
Bone 7 not getting credit for that one. Here comes one more Arcane Bolt. Zai gets the kill.
That's just unlucky.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
That was a really awkward block. There were so many creeps, and the Fissure actually kept him in place.
Yeah, he kind of had to go for the kill there. Gale gonna miss on mid lane. And Fada goes to take the rune, but PPD is there first. Man with the briefcase.
In theory, he could have ran away because overwhelming odds gave him so much movement speed.
Yeah.
But I also think he made a correct choice at taking the fight, but it was just unfortunate how it ended.
It was very likely they would kill someone before dying at least, which is what happened, but the neutrals, man, they know how to steal. And that was without a clapper or a satire.
I might just die here. The clap looks like it doesn't connect. Because of Shadow, the war block! Pylai die! Welcome to Fear. What a play.
Honestly, I think that wouldn't have even been necessary if he just used to stomp a bit sooner.
Don't ruin our reality.
I'm just saying, like if he stomped like a second sooner, there's no way he could have dodged it. But
you gotta go for the cool place. That was,
setting up for Fear. Really, EG are pulling ahead though on all of their cores right now. Sure, it's very even between the carries, but look at that mid difference: 33 and 7 for 13 and 0. Brewmaster doesn't normally lose their lane, but Zai has done so much work just harassing on mid lane.
Yeah, and I mean, really, what do you do against Mass Plague Wards as a melee hero? Even as Brewmaster, you're going to take a ton of damage if you try to walk into like 6 or 7 of them that are usually up at the same time.
Yep. It is just so annoying. You don't get any runes because you can't go check for them. Oh, the Gale's barely going to miss. If the Gale hit, that would have been a kill, I think.
Maybe.
Would have definitely gave him a lot of right clicks.
Yeah. I mean, Brew still is very hard to fully commit on to get a kill with just 2 heroes, one of which does almost no burst damage.
Yeah.
Another thing we didn't mention, by the way, is Tide against Morphling. That Anchor Smash value that you can get in the late game is pretty crazy.
He's actually out farming Envy by, what, 10 CS, 9 CS?
He's so happy now after that gank, so sorry for doubting the first rotation, EG. Well done.
Yeah, it's all about the supports, I think, in this particular series. You see the supports being extremely effective in EG. They win every single lane. It's not to say that Pylai die and AUI is not doing a lot, but they're playing these kind of defensive, harassing support that just really don't have the capacity for big plays.
Yeah.
Shaker did get a good block, but again.
Yeah, and by the way, RTZ, even on the safe lane, did purchase a bottle on his Terrorblade this game. And I don't think he did that in the previous games that I've watched, so maybe he's just seen how much impact it has when you can find the DD rune and keep it. I mean, it's crazy. There's no doubt that the bottle is amazing on Terrorblade.
Yeah, it's very good on the Morphling as well. You need a ton of mana, you could get a ton of runes.
Oh yeah. Ever since the bounty change, like bounty rune coming into play, the bottle just goes up in value. But right now, this is looking to be a pretty fast blink dagger on Tide because of how much he's farming on bottom. Meanwhile, though, Legion is not having the worst time on offlane either. So I'm saying that EG are winning the laning stage, but it's not by a mile.
Yeah, I mean, Bone 7 getting as much as he has in this lane is mainly due to the fact that outside of the one little skirmish near the large camp, EG really haven't prioritized helping Arteezy that much. Maybe they're just very confident in his ability to just go back to the jungle, just do what Envy really does in his Terrorblade, which is just off-map farm for some time and just come out with like a full manta in like 10 minutes.
It's an interesting take on it as well. It's like you don't need to go and protect your carry that much, because if you just win the other lanes and let Terrorblade run into jungle, he's gonna do just fine there as well. So I'm really liking it.
Oh, Cloud9 grouped up here towards the middle lane. Spear is
trying to punish Fear.
Are they trying to set up a kill on him?
Yeah, they want to.
Oh, I'm not
There's
sure.
no way, man.
Yeah, I mean, the lane's constantly shoved up, so.
I think they realized that Tide bottom is doing so much against Morphling because of short range anyway, that they want to switch right now. Like put Morphling mid, send down Brewmaster bottom.
The Brewmaster's not going to have any better time.
Oh, a little bit better. He has a potential to kill still with Clap, so maybe it could work out more in their favor.
Just missing it there.
I do believe these lanes are going to be a nicer matchup than before at least, but Zai is doing so much work as well in mid.
I mean, if you're Cloud9, what is your go time? Is it just getting the Brewmaster blink? And then
the
Bone
LC
7 blink.
Oh,
You need both.
Okay, Envy taking a ton of damage. Nice
Strength,
defensive
more.
fissure. He's got the replicate out. He gets to it.
yeah.
He'll be fine. But still, that's a lot of farm time lost. He is going to be happy for that fissure, though, bailing him out. I think he would have died if it wasn't for
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
And the stacks are real for EG, pulling stacks in jungle earlier on for TB and also on the Ancients. Oh! She didn't get the dual win, but she got the dual kill. PPD going down there.
That kill is actually very important for the gold.
Oh yeah.
Very close to the blink dagger. I think this is what EG does so well. If you want to play greedy, they will play greedy, and they will play very efficient greed as well.
It's also a mistake that some players make against Legion. It's like, oh, he can't duel and kill me. I know that for a fact. And then you're like, oh god, he can still chase me down and kill me afterwards.
I see.
Happens more often than not.
I mean, it's a pretty slow-paced game, right? There's only 5 kills in about 10 minutes. I think that still favors EG in a way. The biggest problem I think that they're actually running into is the fact that Zai is so underleveled. Like, normally we see him ahead of PPD, usually having really high farm. It's not that Zai hasn't had an impact. He's still got 2 kills. It's just he's had nowhere to go.
Yeah, they kind of switched, to be honest, PPD and Zai's positions, I would say, by giving Elder Titan to PPD in this game. But even so, I guess Zai just felt confident going on Skywrath in this game, and he has had, as you said, a good impact. He's been in every single kill, so not taking anything away from him. And PPD is farming, but he's buying wards as well.
So even if he does get the farm priority, Zai's like, no, you buy wards. I need gear.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'm seeing a very interesting way that Envy's playing this mid lane. He's constantly spamming waveform to clear the creep wave, and obviously he's taking a ton of damage from the wards every time he goes in, but every time the replicate is up, he makes an illusion, send it back, and essentially using it as a halfway trip, right?
Yeah.
Back
That's
home.
how you play Ember, basically.
It's really cutting into his gold intake, though. Those teleport scrolls.
But he's holding on to a tower. Like, if he doesn't do this,
Yeah.
he will quickly lose the tower to Venomancer. So it's a very necessary play, and I think it's a good choice.
Yeah, Fata is very close to his blink dagger as well, so this double blink timing can be actually very, very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
If they can find some good ganks off.
EG need to keep close eyes on where the Legion and the Brewmaster are going now, because they should be teaming up and ganking very, very shortly. And free up a lane, of course, for the Silencer probably. And with this first gang, I mean, it's so scary. Okay, this is not
What a
gonna work.
scout. Oh, I mean, are they gonna jump in? There's a double damage.
Oh.
Silence gonna come through. They're gonna focus on Arteezy, and he cannot get off Asunder. Wait. Okay,
He doesn't
pretty
have
close.
Sunder.
He does not have Sunder. They're gonna just right-click him down. Roshan is not low enough where they could steal it, but they did commit a couple of long cooldown ultimates. They find Fear. They'll bring him down, but there's actually no Boulder Bash. In fact, the Blink Grab's gonna come out here. Envy takes a ton of damage.
God.
He'll have to wave away.
That was such a big AoE combination. Can he kill anyone with it though?
Yeah, they'll just TP out.
I mean, Envy is very close to out of mana. He has nothing now. Okay, he
Magic
does
Stick,
get Magic
yeah.
Stick.
I'm really surprised Universe just didn't blink to go kill Bone 7. Like, why not just blink Anchor Smash or Gush, and that's a free kill. He decided to go for the much harder hero.
Yeah. In the end, that was EG trying for a big play with the DD rune there. Did not really pay off in the end. So set them back a little bit, but at least they didn't lose a duel to it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad because they also traded a lot of ultimates. And with the ultimate downs, your tier blade is allowed to farm much safely.
And
much
I guess
safer, yeah.
Terribly didn't trade his ultimate, at least.
Confirmed
Fear
true.
actually caught out here in the middle lane. Bone 7 comes in. There's the blink duel.
Did that do enough
He
damage?
might not get damage, but he'll definitely get the kill.
Oh,
Or
the
maybe
magic
not.
wand?
The magic wand, all right.
Okay, he'll survive here. In fact, it might be Fata in a little bit of trouble. He's actually going to reflection on him. He's dead.
Very nicely done.
Well,
Nice
the pressing
waveform.
attack not going to come through here. Arteezy does not have Sunder again, and Envy's diving in for the kill. The Gale's going to come out here. How are these EG heroes still surviving? There's waveform in like 1 second, but he's taking so much damage. What a wave in, but a little bit too short. He had to replicate out and calculate his mana.
Yeah, but his team now caught out of position as well.
Oh, the silence!
Oh, that was such
Wow.
a big play.
These are the key kills that you shouldn't give away if you're Cloud9 because there is no Ravage. It was kind of a poor engagement for C9 and they got punished.
Yeah, EG taking the better fight, as you say. Did not even have the big ulti available.
I don't know. I feel like maybe you should have Sunder.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
Not to
mean,
say that it would have saved him in that river engagement. Like, he might have still died.
normally, though, you wouldn't be fighting this much.
Yeah, that's true as well. I don't
Fighting
know.
this
I
much.
think, like, if you were going to weigh the value of Reflection versus Sunder,
Yeah.
doesn't Sunder kind of win every single time?
I think he skilled Reflection because he thought he could get a kill with it, though. So
Yeah.
this is more a situational thing.
Maybe he wasn't level 9 when they took that engagement before.
Yeah.
Well, he has level 10 now, has the option to put a point into his
Ooh,
Sunder.
PPD. He's gonna try to clap, and well, the duel comes off.
He's
And,
actually hitting over the fissure.
and the global is gonna come
Oh,
out, but
God.
they lose this
All right,
another.
there we go.
Well, they don't lose a duel, but they don't win the duel. The Ravage is gonna come out. Immediate blink back from Bone 7. The quick fingers are here. Fata's still here though. The clap's gonna come out. The ult's gonna be used as well. They want Universe.
Yeah, Envy can probably help bring down Universe as well.
Yeah, he's gonna way forward. This Fissure's not exactly helping out. He's gonna survive because of this. The Boulder Bash is gonna come through. They get the kill. Fear might be a little bit trouble here. The Yule's gonna bring him up.
C9 on the warpath right here, just chasing down.
That he should go down.
Yeah, the Echo Slam into the right clicks.
That Gale,
They're
though.
just missing a ton of damage.
The Earth Splitter. They take out Envy.
PPD.
Bone 7's on the run. Here comes a Reflection from Arteezy. They're going to get 2 return kills.
All right, being
Okay.
punished
And
hard
to make
here.
that a third, Zai finds Aoi 2000 in the high ground above the river.
Yeah, and that's so many kills with you being right in front of a tower as well. That's a quick objective, easy. As Echo Slam is also down, there's nothing to worry about really here. Tower going down, and man, that looked so good in the beginning, but then C9 kind of committed a lot to diving under the tower against the Venno, and PPD with the key ulti there.
That was the downtown Earth Splitter. That
Yeah.
was like from behind the tier 1.
Dude, that's the thing though. If you send it from really far away, then it's pretty much instant when you see it. Like, it's
Yeah.
very, very short notice. So, good thing to be far away.
All right,
The point
well,
now is that Silencer is actually going for Hanamitis, which is interesting spin. You see sometimes like support AA going for an item like this. And the idea is the same, right? You hit level 16 very quickly. Somehow, eventually in the game, you'll end up with an Aghanims and maybe even a Refresher.
I think it's fine. As long as they stay on top of warding, buying the Midas doesn't matter that much, because what other item would make that much of a difference for you early on? And this does kind of help you get towards that Refresher later on.
Given how much you're fighting, I would say a mech would be really good, but I guess you don't want your Silencer to be in the middle of the fight. So.
Yeah, you can't walk in that close. So.
I think you only really pick Silencer for the purpose of having an ulti out of the fight, you know? I think pretty
And
much what you said,
farming.
just like AA.
Well, this game confirmed that there is an R button on Pilot Eye's keyboard, and he's actually using it very well.
Yeah, it's, as you said, Draskell, very similar to AA because you're somewhere else farming away all the time and sending in your ulti. And why not have a Midas then?
And Bone 7 actually going back for his patented Blade Mail build. It's very interesting to me, like Team Tinker, for example, play it in a very different way. They always decide to go for Maelstrom.
They go carry though. Like they put a 1 position LC. It's very different from sending it offlane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still feel as though the item progression still feels overall a bit stronger sometimes. I mean, if you're going all in, the Blade Mail is obviously a good choice.
Yeah.
Because you're just doing guaranteed damage to whoever you decide to duel. And if that happens to be Terrorblade, for example, then it can pretty much just guarantee that you're going to kill him even solo. But oftentimes, if you don't get kills with it, it kind of stunts your growth as the hero.
Ever since the change that you can proc your passives on Legion Commander, I think it's fine to go for Maelstrom, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, clearly Bone 7 has had plenty of success without Maelstrom, so I'm not going to question it too much.
This game, though, he's gotten off a ton of duels, but just no victory. So he's still sitting with 0 damage. And
It's always been so close though, but
Yeah.
some duels he he rushed to get the duel and did not throw his overwhelming odds first.
Yeah.
And they could have secured some wins. I'm not gonna say it's wrong though, because if you throw the overwhelming odds first, the enemy might have gone away, might have thrown out a
I
spell.
still think it's more important to get off the duel, like just as a stun.
Yeah.
But maybe with the Earthshaker on the team, maybe you let him stun first.
It's tough. It's tough, really. Can't really judge either way there. I'm gonna find a bounty rune for Arteezy, who has his entire, or at least I believe his entire Manta style now.
Yeah, he just got it now.
So 18 minutes Manta style. That's a pretty good timing.
Yeah, not too shabby. Meantime, Fata here. He's got a pretty decent rune. Just going to give things the old scout.
Almost full Aghanims now on Fear as well, farming quite a lot, 600 gold away. So those two are leading the net worth, but Morphling is not that far behind. He is staying relevant.
He's not, and I think the item he's farming for gives them that really high peak once he finishes. So I imagine that whoever just gets found by him and maybe Bone 7 is just straight up dead. So they got to be somewhat aware, and Fata has that invis rune, but actually it's a quick, ooh, Envy taking a ton of that Mystic Flare. In fact, he tanks the whole thing. Envy's dropping really low, Envy's dead. Meanwhile, AEI, he could not get off, well, he got off the Echo Slam, but the poison is just really bringing him down. Fierce Venomancer is just doing so much work this game.
Yeah, I mean, they get 2 kills there, and they kill Morphling, who's working on such an expensive item. That's massive. Zai will smile into his grave there as a Skywrath support.
I'm very surprised that there was no global on that engagement.
Well, it's kind of hard to global for that, right? Because they didn't even see the Tidehunter in the first place. Like, they had no idea that he was there. And Mystic Flare and everything from Zai had already been used, and you can't really global just for a Veno. I think he's actually one of the worst heroes to use a global on, so I think it's actually fine. Yeah, this Terrorblade is doing a ton of damage to the tier 1. Fata TP's down. Arteezy's still here. Can they get the silence off? No, he silences a creep!
Well, he doesn't have to split anyway. Yeah, the tower's gonna go down.
Morph is coming in though. Can he maybe kill Arteezy if
there is Thunder available. They gotta be very careful here. Oh, wow, he's gonna just straight up die before he even casts the fissure. Wait for him back out, and Ancient Seal's coming off cooldown. In fact, it's off cooldown. PPD's looking for the stun, and he will get it. He is morphing to strength, but he's actually losing a ton of health. And keep in mind that there is an ET nearby. The global's gonna come out, but just way too late. The Ghost Scepter's keeping him alive. Another waveform forward. Concussive Shot's gonna come through. Envy's still very slow, and or the press attack.
Enough. Can't chase this one. But they forced so much there, and the Silencer ulti being gone, maybe they can pressure more. Gonna back off instead and take it safer. Maybe even head in towards big old Roche.
I think it would be a little bit difficult, actually, for them to do that right now.
Yeah.
It's not like they have a hero who just has like lifesteal or anything like that, so anytime you can.
It's the meta ender as well. Takes too long.
Yeah, I think it's time for the game to slow down a little bit for both teams. Importantly, he gives Zai level 11 to pick up his second point of Mystic Flare, although maybe more levels of his other spells. And on the other side, you need a Shaker Blink. Like, every time he walks in...
And the E-Blade.
He just dies. Yeah, and of course the E-Blade for MV.
But he's so far away though, like Aoi at this stage, it's very difficult to farm anywhere.
Mid lane, the duel's gonna come in here, but there is TP. MV waving in now, finally gonna get a winner, but you guys need to straight up TP out. And Bone 7 makes it home.
Yeah, he does make it home. The Aghanims is gonna hurt him quite a bit, but he's gonna be fine here. Removing the Venomous Gale.
To heal.
In the end, welcome to the winner. 14 damage over on Legion Commander now. And it's gonna be a little bit easier next time he tries to go for any kill like this. I still think the Blink and Blade Mail build is so strong, to be honest. Unless you're definitely the one position in your team. This is just a better ganking build.
Yeah, I mean, for solo kill potential, it clearly has the better peak, if you want to call it that. Like, when you get the two items in conjunction, it's extremely strong, so.
We'll need a fast BKB. There's a ton of magical damage, a ton of stuns. Bone 7's well on his way on that. Got 600 gold in the bank.
Always risky as well to play Legion Commander against a Skywrath for the fear of just losing a duel. The rain comes down. Mystic Flare. Brewmaster Illusion or Morphling's Illusion gonna deny the bottom rune.
It was a regen too. I was surprised he didn't just replicate in and get it, but it gets a little dangerous going to the river. And
he was busy farming. That's fine.
You can see that C9 on the top lane just giving free farm to AI 2000. Needs that blink.
He has the E-Blade now, right?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
That's pretty quick, considering that he died there on top lane. I thought he would get it maybe like a minute or two slower.
Maybe they'll show off in a duel fight.
Yeah, could definitely. This is plenty of damage. He doesn't have maxed out adaptive yet though. 1 point missing. So shotgun is not fully loaded. It's like 90%.
I still feel as though like the E-Blade is a really solid pickup for sure. But with Arteezy already having as much farm as he does and having a Manta, it can actually disrupt the E-Blade combo just to be able to Manta. And I'm fairly certain now, because it's a projectile, you can just flat out disjoint it.
Yes, you can.
So,
and it's a very slow projectile too. So
he's going to be looking for other kills, like maybe kill Zai, maybe kill PPD.
Dude, I'm so impressed by how quickly they did this read. Like, they realized that C9 were going top, and how fast they just made this decision. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because they did it before, you know, C9 had even smoked that far. Look at where C9 are on the map right now. There's no place to stop this one.
Unfortunately, they are doing it so slowly, but I don't think C9's... yeah, it's too slow now for C9. They can't actually capitalize on this.
Yeah. But that's only... I mean, as you said, it was not the fastest Roche, but the decision-making to do Roche came out so quickly.
Yeah. I think it was like... maybe one of those gut feelings, you know, you see a bunch of heroes missing, the only lane that's pushed out that far is top, and you kind of think, okay, well that would be the lane that maybe we're most likely to go to try to get farm. So,
yeah.
Overall though, really nice call.
Yeah, indeed. And now, of course, he's protected from the shotgun ES combo at least for a while with the Aegis, and they could even look to be aggressive with it if they want to.
I don't think the shotgun combo will kill him. In fact, it'll just drop him low enough for a Sunder.
Yeah, like they need more heroes.
So... I think the most important player in this game right now is Paladai. It all comes down to whether he prevents the Venom ult and the Ravage. Because if those two spells lands on 3 or 4 heroes, there's just way too much damage for C9 to take a fight.
Well, he definitely has his work cut out for him, but there's going to be so much available soon on EG. I mean, Universe is not far away from getting a refresher. He's extremely farmed over on his Tidehunter. So things are looking pretty scary.
And I mean, RTZ still remains higher farm. Like, even Fear has more farm right now than what Envy has. So you have 2 cores on the side of EG that are completely huge.
Yeah, how is Universe going to get so much farm around? He's also higher than Envy.
That's Tidehunter, man. It's just, even if you don't have an amazing laning phase, you're always able to farm anywhere on the map. There is not a camp that this hero cannot kill.
He eats it all, man. Easy.
I think people really undervalue just how good it is to have heroes like that who deal physical damage, who can clear stacks.
Top lane's going to be a solo kill opportunity from Bone 7. Blink to the Rainbow TP comes in, but Bone 7 is committed for the long run. The Global and the TP out. Looks like he'll make it home, I think.
No stuns.
Well, he forced so many rotations. The silence was not even needed, as you said, no stuns available. He's going to take the HP of PPD and be happy to keep farming, sundering your teammate.
Well, it's also good to have full health illusions, right? If you're going to use them to push lanes.
Sure. PPD has his Tranquil Boot, so he's going to be happy just walking around. But that was a weird duel to begin with, because if anyone was there, maybe he could have lost that duel, and there was an Aegis. You know, there's nothing really to gain from it, so...
Yeah, it was definitely a bit yellow.
Maybe it was just a space creation duel, the only thing.
Definitely created space, though. Envy immediately gets to his illusion.
Yeah.
Going back home.
Tons of it.
So this shotgun that has been picked up about 3-4 minutes ago has not really paid any dividends.
Not yet, but it's still just a high-value item. So very good agility gain, right?
Oh, is anybody going to put a body in front of that T2? The clap's going to come through here. RTZ does not have mana for Sunder, and in fact, I think they know that they will bring him down once. And I don't think he go for the second one, because the Ravage is looming nearby. In fact, he got picked up by a Storm Tornado, so maybe he can. He actually disjoints it. The silence is going to come through. Great rescue coming out from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, and they might look to try to turn this, actually, because they know the Bruce Split's going to end here.
There's also no meta, though.
Yeah, they have Blink Ravage and they have Blink Poison Nova, which Poison Nova does an unreasonable amount of damage at this point in the game.
Oh, yeah. It hurts. It hurts a lot.
No global as well. I think maybe forfeit the T2. Spam out the wave as much as you can. If
I think so. I think so. Don't really... Well, maybe with the overwhelming odds, they could defend. RTC is not that high HP.
Envy?
Okay, Envy just died. Well, I guess the tower is forfeit then. And he has no buyback, so definitely no way. Again, RTZ being in his team is hazardous, man.
Hey, man, he's got earn charges. He's fine.
Yeah.
I would expect any support to do the same for me if I were in his position.
I expect supports to do a lot of things, RTZ. RTZ seems to share my opinion.
Scumbag core players.
Want to stack later, Lumen?
No.
Big TV. Okay, so Scotty's up 27 minutes in, and still 22 seconds to go here on Morphling. They do have a few ultis coming online though, but the most important one, Brewmaster Split, is not there.
Yeah, tower taking a ton of damage. A little bit of Drunken Haze to defend the tower for a bit.
I think EG should back off and just be happy though.
Yeah, a lot of key ultimates are coming back online. Global's already on. Brewmaster ultimate's back in 30. And
dude, he has thundered so many teammates this game.
Very, very good damage done to the T3 though. If they ever get an opportunity like that, they can actually take Rex.
Yeah. It's effective how much they're healing up the TB, because he never walks to base. And when he has level 16 plus, you know, Thunder is just a 40-second cooldown. Easy. Keep spamming it.
Very risky item choice coming out here from Bone 7. He's going for the Shadow Blade, which gives him so much initiation, but I feel like he just need to have a BKB to not die to all this magical damage.
Yeah.
I don't think being in a position where you have to buy a BKB is what you want to be in. Like, if you're Envy right now and you have to buy a BKB, I already feel like you're in a...
Oh, no, not Envy. I think Bone 7.
Oh, Bone 7.
He's jumping in, and there's Mystic Flare, right?
All right, well, speaking of jumping in, yep, free duel win for him.
Solo kill
He
as
is a
well.
winner.
So PPD getting punished a little bit for his split push there, and that was a killing spree as well. Plenty of gold over to the leading commander, happily farming bottom as things are about to change.
All right, LTP
Wow,
out.
that blink.
What a fast blink. Is the Ravage going to get committed? Looks like not.
No. Holding on to that one.
They need somebody on their team with like a Yules or something.
Yeah.
They're missing out on so many big opportunities by people just TPing out and maybe
Yeah,
not wanting to
PPD
use
has one,
Ravage.
but he died.
Yeah.
It's tough times, but still though, EG are in a very, very nice spot here. Top 3 farmers on their side of the map, or on their side. So, looking pretty good for them. C9, they have the combination though. Like, never count them out when they have Silence, they have Echo Slam, they have the duel to force team fights, Brewmaster Split, which Fada can do so much with. And of course, Morphling can pick off plenty of heroes with his shotgun.
That's true. I think EG's still in a very great spot. They forced another duel coming on the mid lane here. Man, Bone 7. What a player. This game doing a lot for his team. Another blink out. He's so fast, but into the Venomancer. He's going to press the attack and try to walk out of there, but look at the damage. Blameo returning a little bit, and a Veil of
the
Discord
Rune of
coming on top.
Destiny just spawning next to RTZ.
Oh my god, there's an Illusion Rune as well. Do you go and make a try? You could definitely take tier 3.
That is, I mean, he has Illusion and DD Rune. Holding on to the DD, which is going to work on his Illusions if he's next to him.
Well,
you could try and make a play with this.
It'll get the blue aura, but there's no extra damage.
Hey man,
this is pretty scary right now for Cloud9.
Fata was forced to go to BKB, so there's no Vlads on the team. So I just want to point that out against the natural order.
I mean, right now, this Brewmaster is all they have, really, I think. An Echo might be good, but it's a little too Echo. Maybe it does enough damage. We'll see.
E-Blade's going to come out. He wants to jump in for Echo. You got to respect the Ravage, though.
Yeah. And he's just going to sunder his teammate again. He just wants to stay at a high threshold of HP. Like, 2k life is quite a bit. And, I mean, this is a fairly juicy Echo, but still, it's very hard to commit to
Are they going to just give up Rax? The Earth Splitter is going to come through. BKB's going to use from Fata, but the Rax is gone.
All right, RTZ forced staff to safety.
I feel like they could have engaged. They had Global up.
But there's so much. I mean, they would Global, but then refresh your ulti from Tides. Do you really think you can fight into that? Lose one fight there, and you basically lost the game, right?
That's definitely true. It's a high-risk play, but I think you just dump everything on RTZ, and then you back off.
Oh, what a blink by Fear. That reaction time. Who says old people don't have good reactions?
We've seen some very quick blink in this particular game. Bone 7 showed us a couple one.
Yeah.
Fear just there.
C9 on top of it.
That previous war trap by Fear. Jeez. Remember the one where, I think, was it Envy that was walking into the trees and got blocked?
Oh, Pylai Die, I think.
Pylai Die. It's always Pylai Die. Speaking of him, he's very close to his Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, he is. Aghanims is a nice upgrade. It basically turns your ulti into ASUS ulti as well, right? The way you could look at it.
Pretty
Unless
much,
it gets disjointed somehow.
Yeah.
But it does add a lot of damage.
Well, right now, there is BKB and Manta Style on RTZ, so he has... You're not going to silence him.
Yeah, he will get out of it for sure. But you will at least add some damage to the rest of them.
Yep.
But this is a tough game for C9, man. The next engagement could be so key. Because you lost your mid melee racks. That's a big wound in their base now.
Yeah, also, Envy's right now playing pretty YOLO. Walks around with 650 health.
You gotta keep up that farm rate, man.
The farm rates, making it faster.
Also, I mean, remember how he previously just randomly died to a Skyraf? Like, that could also happen.
Oh, the attempted kill bottom, but not really gonna go on it. They did see the
They got the
invis.
gem, the blinks out, and he'll make it there.
Yeah, it feels like EG do have a little bit of an issue in that they are lacking stunts. Oh, the cancel on the blink dagger. BKB TP out. Still gonna die.
They got him.
That's 54 seconds. Is there
He's got buyback,
He's
yeah.
got buyback, but there's no BKB. And
you won't buy back for a tier 2, no way.
I mean, the tier 3 push is coming.
Probably, yeah. But mid, at least, C9 going for a trade, trying to get something out of it as well.
They will force the buyback. There's no doubt in it.
Yeah. They pretty much have to. It's too big of a window, really. But look at that, though. The creeps are very far away. I don't think they can force it anymore. It's taking too long to force a buyback on.
And I think the key thing is you have overwhelming odds to actually kill the Terrorblade illusions. Last time they didn't, so the towers and the racks just went down a bit quicker.
Yeah, this is a scary TB though, getting so extremely farmed. We see Envy running around with his shotgun. He has 4k gold as well. Do you think he's gonna go into BKB? Yeah, okay, yeah. He probably will.
I think the BKB is a necessary evil, but it still hurts, I think, to have to spend that kind of money on a Morphling in this game.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't help you at all against the other Titan Aura. It doesn't help you at all against the Terrorblade. It's just simply to not get ravaged and die to, like, Skywrath or Poison Nova.
Even against the Benomancer, though. He has the Aghanims, so you're gonna take plenty of damage. But, of course, when there's a Tide with Refresher, you're kind of forced into that. And
Yeah.
I feel sad for Envy that he has to buy it in this game, because it's not what you want. Oh, they're trying to go for the Roshan, but it's so late. Are they going to be there in time? They might be. The silence could be huge here.
Are they going to go for it? The Blink duel is going to happen now. They're going to go on Fear. Oh, the Yule Scepter's going to be there. He doesn't have the BKB, but they will bring down Fear. Aoi has to walk into the pit because his Blink Dagger is constantly getting canceled. The BKB comes out from Arteezy, and Envy dies to the Earth Splitter. He actually cannot get out of there. And Arteezy is fighting everything in the pit. There's Ravage #1 coming out, and it looks like Cloud9 is just getting wrecked in this pit. I think the Bruling is actually dying. Is that the Brewmaster? Actually, he'll come back. Yule Scepter is going to cancel the TP. They will lose an Earthshaker as well. So that was 3 kills just for the Veno. They didn't get the Roche kill either. Aegis ends up on Arteezy. Is this just the game?
Could be right now, as the Aegis is still there. I don't see how you're going to hold this. You have no ultis. What do you do as C9 in this case?
There's no buyback either, and EG is coming in. They smell blood in the water. This could be the very last game here in ASUS ROG DreamLeague.
Yeah, at least I don't think that they can hold bottom racks. Knowing EG, though, I think they're going to try and take racks here and then back out. But first, they have to get it, of course. Look at that damage, though. Terrorblade, what a hero, man.
Yeah, they'll take this racks without any kind of discussion.
Yeah, of course. C9 would love to defend this, but without ultis, you simply have nothing here. You could maybe go for a snipe with Morphling, but it's not going to kill the TB, and he has Aegis.
Yeah, the BKB is going to activate it. Arteezy says, I'll trade my life here for the racks. He's right-clicking, the Sunder's going to come out. It's going to re-engage on that racks. The mischance is actually annoying him a little bit.
Oh, they killed the Tidehunter. That's a big kill, to be honest. Bone 7 solo kill him, but they did lose the racks, and if they can't catch Arteezy now, I think you didn't get enough for this.
Oh,
that movement speed. Crawling away is Zai.
Meanwhile, the range racks also went down mid.
Yeah, that's a very big damage dealt to base here.
The other problem is, like, Arteezy is working on his next item, right? Like, his net worth is 7,000 higher. All right, Zai just getting that kill on Pylai in the middle lane. Arteezy possibly losing his Aegis here. Looks like Envy finds a little bit of an opening. Needs to be careful though, trying to TP away. The punches hurt so bad.
No, the aura is so good against Morphling.
I mean, that's why
you don't pick Morphling against DT. Well, I'm not flaming the pick at all. I'm just saying that is
the interaction, right?
Yeah,
I love the buyback from EG. Double Ravage has not been used yet, or actually Refresher Orbit has been.
Yeah.
But they have one Ravage. Morphling's dead for 40 seconds. Either you force a buyback, and trading buyback from Tide to Morph is great.
Well, this
or you
is
win
an
the game.
attempted GG push though, because there's a tier 2 tower top, so this is only to push down mid. They want to go for
furiously pinging on Arteezy.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. They actually want to re-engage. The Yule Scepter is going to come up. Bone 7 looking for the duel. The duel's going to come out here, but no BKB, so they're actually tying all the damage against him. But they are going to get Arteezy. He pops the BKB. He's looking for a Sunder target, but he will survive.
He's got Sunder Universe.
Yeah, he is. Universe, come here. And he's going to get a little bit of health back. And meanwhile, the ultimate's all down. Envy's back in 8 seconds. But I'm not sure whether he could bring Arteezy down again. The Brewlings are taking so much damage. They will get one. Brewling Fata gets silenced. No blink out, no BKB. He's also dead. It's Envy against the world. He makes one illusion. That illusion will die very quickly. Shotgun coming through. Arteezy dropping very fast, but he can't actually die. Envy running away right now. Cloud9 is crumbling. EG is about to take DreamHack 2014. GG! After a massive win for Evil Geniuses in the Roshan pit, they just steamroll Cloud9 to a 3-1 victory.
Yeah, congratulations to EG. They are the champions after an amazing performance here, just playing so stellar. I think C9 was probably the only team that could take them on in the grand finals. Did